Hello, fam. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nefetare Aten RA, and we back again here on the podcast called Current. On this podcast, we'll be discussing current events like social media, news feeds, and all those things that we can do to make America great again. So, my intentions here is to provide some inspirational context that we can use to navigate into these next 4 years. So, like, subscribe, and share. Now, you don't really have to like the video, although I appreciate it. But if you don't, at least subscribe, because eventually I'm going to say something that you will like. So, this is part 2 of our 20 principles for thriving in 2025. I did the first 10 earlier, so now I'm doing the last 10. And at the end of this video, I'm going to do another video. We'll have all 20 together without me talking. It's going to be narrating by a partner of mine. So he's going to narrate all 20 for a motivational video that you can come back to later on to remind yourself when things get kind of crazy to go and look at these principles that will help you get you through the next day or the next minute, the next hour, or whatever. I came up with these principles for myself when I was on my fast for the first 3 days of 2025. I revamped my channel, changed the name, and did a whole bunch of other things that was going to help me be a better me. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this new year. Regardless of what's going on, we're going to make this year the best year possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this video. This is part 2 of the top 20 principles for thriving in 2025. Welcome to the welcome back again back to the channel, and we have the top 20 principles to help you thrive in 2025. We did the first 10 earlier today on a live, and now we're here on the second 10. Now my first video was 45 minutes. I'm not going to do that. That was too long, so I'm going to try to wind it down. I'm not going to talk so much and get right into the last 10. And again, at the next video I'm going to do, we're going to have all 20. They're going to be narrated. You won't be hearing me. You're going to see the images. You're going to hear somebody narrating all the text. And it's going to be a good emotional and inspirational video for those who may want to come back later on and see that, or maybe download it for their own, spirituality to help them prosper and get through whatever situations may arise. These are my top 20. These 20 is what I got when I was on my fast, and it's going to help me. I live by these principles, but it's always good to reiterate and always update yourself so you can have something to continue to help you be as great as you could be. So let's go ahead and get started. So we are on number 11. 11 is to invest in your personal growth. Take time to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Every moment spent on one's self improvement is the step towards becoming the best version of yourself. Now you're going to see these images. These are Hebrew images. So you're going to see our sisters and brothers as a family unit. Israel is a family unit, period. That's our motto's family. So you're going to see purity, at its finest. That's my intent, is to be able to give you good images that's going to represent us as a community as a whole, period. So as we can see, 11, invest into your personal growth. Take time to mature your mind, body, and spirit. Every moment spent on one self-improvement is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Be the best version that you can be. No imitations, no matter what the man says, no matter what anyone else says. There's be you. Be you. Be the one that God created you to be. And that's all you can be. And that's all God expects us to be, period. That's all He expects us to be. So we can't be anyone else but ourselves. So just remember that. So, number 12, surround yourself with like minded individuals. The best way to help you, because regardless of some of the things that we go through, everybody is not on top all the time. Some people, they want you to believe they got it going on all day long, but you need people in your life to help you stay afloat, stay current, stay up, keep your frequency high. And it's good to be around others and surround yourself with like-minded individuals that can help you accomplish your goal, and stay faithful to yourself, stay faithful to the Most High Living God. So seek out those who inspire and uplift you. Together you can create an environment where everyone grows and thrives. Everyone grows and thrives together. So surround yourself by people who feel the same way you feel. Some people who can love you, that will return the same love, but you don't have to beat it out of the person. You don't have to make him love you or make her love you. You don't got to buy them everything they want or they think they want, so you can feel the love that they were supposed to be given to you freely anyway, that they don't do. So when I be watching these videos with especially the women who do their story times, these women are so beautiful. They're so beautiful. I look at them and all they want is somebody to love them. Somebody to love them. They do everything they could possibly can to get somebody to return the same love that they're giving. So I say to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. And if you around people who are not giving you the same, you're going to have to walk away. This year, 2025, you're going to have to walk away. You're going to have to do something different. In order for you to get something different, you're going to have to do something different. And it might require you to just walk away and leave them. And if it's meant for them to be there, guess what? They'll come back. That's what they always say. Whoever's meant to be in your corner will eventually come back. Until then, Leave them where they are. Leave them where they are, and you move forward. And you move forward in the name of the Most High. So number 13, do not procrastinate. So this is on time. I'm telling you, do not procrastinate. So if someone's not on the same frequency you on, and someone not doing you like you want to be done, and like you giving and not giving you the same in return, don't procrastinate on leaving. You got to burn the road up. You got to leave. You got to leave them right where they are, because wherever you going, it ain't meant for them to go with you. And then sometimes, like me last year, I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I couldn't stay where I was. Now I'm not talking about no relationship. I'm just talking about business. Some business things I was going through. You want to stay. Lord knows you want to stay. You want to fix it. You want to do everything you can to make it right. But it's not your job to do it. So don't procrastinate. Make the most of today by acting now. Every task you complete is a victory, bringing you closer to the life you desire. The longer you wait to move, the longer you wait to say no, the longer you wait to leave and get out of here, the longer you feel you can fix it, the longer it takes for you to get to the victory. The less likely it is that you will be closer to getting to your life and the life that you desire. Don't procrastinate. If it ain't for you, move on. Just move on. And whatever is meant for you will come back. But don't stay. Because if your intuition is telling you to leave, regardless of the situation, I'm not talking about no relationship. It could be a relationship, it could be whatever. Don't procrastinate. Whatever it is keeping you from being the best version of yourself, you're going to have to leave. And don't procrastinate getting out of there. Okay? Practice self discipline. These are in. Now I'm telling you, I fast. God gave me these. I put them in this order, and now it's like coming to like bam, bam, bam. So this is perfect. That's one of the keys of being fasting and being in front of the Most High. He gives you directions and He gives you order, and you just gotta take heed to it. Because if I didn't take heed to this message, now I didn't even. I'm gonna be honest. I wrote all this, but I didn't. When I was writing it, I was just writing it. But now I see, as I'm doing this live, I can see how the order makes a difference. So I'm excited about it. So practicing self-discipline. Self-discipline is a big key factor to freedom. Yeah, that's what it says here. Principle is the key to freedom. It helps you stay connected to your goals, balance, in the pursuit of what really, truly matters. And you matter. Practice self discipline. Practice abstinence. Practice saying no. Practice getting up on time. Practice going to the gym. Just be disciplined and creating the better you. Whatever that might be, whatever situation that you might be in, practice self discipline. Practice being you. Practice, practice, practice. Because practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. And you'll find yourself coming out on the other side, praise the Lord, just being a better you, period. At least I did. I've been praising the Lord all day long. This time last year, I was crying. I'm keeping it real. Last year, I was crying at this time. Anyway, number 15, protect your energy. Your energy is precious. Oh my goodness. Pour into what brings you joy and fulfillment, and let go of anything that drains or diminishes you. Anything that's in your life that drains your energy, if you have to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, you have to keep giving and giving and giving and getting nothing in return, that's draining your energy and you're not getting no joy or fulfillment out of it. Protect your energy. Protect your energy. Move forward. Self discipline and protecting your energy is one and the same. You have to Protecting your energy is a form of discipline, actually, because it requires you to sit, it requires you to meditate, it requires you to think, it requires you to do all those things bring clarity, that will bring clarity to your mind. That's one thing good about fasting. So let me tell you about the fast I did. Now, I didn't mention this on either one of these videos. The fast I did for the last 3 days was no communication at all. I didn't talk to anyone. People called, but I didn't answer. I didn't listen to the radio, which I don't listen to radio anyway. I listen to YouTube almost all day. I didn't listen to no videos. I wasn't involved in anything. So even though I'm a truck driver, it's hard to go down the road not listening to anything. And I did. I did it for 3 days because I wanted to hear what I needed to hear from the Most High. Now, when people fast, they say, well, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. But you got to be led by the Most High to be part of a fast that's going to help you hear and communicate and be closer to the Most High. Now, communication, social media, whether you're on a phone or fast, it could be anything. It don't just have to be food. It has to be something that's you can part of self-discipline, of course. Something's going to protect your energy and keep your energy high, and it's also something that's going to help you be able to find out something more about you that you don't know exists in your spirit. So when you're going down a road and it's just you and that engine running, I'm telling you, you wind up talking to yourself, Lord. You find out some things. If you listen long enough, you'll find out some things that you need to hear, you know? So I'm just telling you, sometimes I had to go down the road talking to myself, but guess what? The Most High hears. And so he heard me and here I am today. So I'm not going to complain. So we're going to go to number 16. Don't be afraid to say no. Saying no is an act of strength, self discipline, self love, and it sets boundaries that protect your well being and create space for what truly matters. Sometimes you have to say no, Lord. Sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes you have to say no to yourself. It's not just saying no to somebody else, it's sometimes saying no to you, no to something you want to eat, saying no to a guy that look good, saying no to a woman that you want to go out with, saying no to your family, saying no to your children. Sometimes, Lord, you just have to say no. Sometimes you just can't do it. Sometimes you don't have it. And it's not always for you to make the sacrifice to help somebody get it. And that's what we do sometimes. We make the sacrifice just for someone else to be happy. And the person you're trying to please don't care nothing about you. So sometimes, excuse me, so sometimes you just have to say no. Even when it hurts. It's just temporary. But you set boundaries. As it says, saying no is an act of strength and self love. It sets boundaries that protect your well being and create space for what truly matters. And guess what truly matters? You do. Out of all, I have 20 principles here. And out of all of them, self love, self preservation, self first is always number one. Number one is self, because if you don't have what you need, there's nothing you can do for or with someone else. And I think that's another reason why we wind up in relationships that don't truly matter, and we get caught up with kids and domestic violence and all kind of stuff because we're not supposed to be, and we're not willing to say no. And saying no in a critical matter in time is now, and we need to learn how to say no and mean it. Whoever don't like it, they just don't like it. But the answer is no. But it's time for yes. Hey, yes. If I can do it, I can do it. But I'm gonna be first. And when I mean about being first, I'm not talking about selfishly. I'm first. It's me. I'm gotta go. I gotta do me. I'm not talking about that. If it don't feel right, if it don't sound right, and your intuition's telling you don't do it, like it said, number 16, just say no. You hear me? Just say no. Okay. So number 17, embrace challenges as opportunities. Every challenge is a chance to grow. face obstacles with courage and optimism, trusting that they will lead to greater strength and understanding. All right. You got to push yourself. Just push yourself a little bit harder than normal. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. This just happened to me. On my second day of the fast, this happened to me. And I don't want to keep bringing up the fast, but this embracing challenges as opportunities is something that I want to tell y'all because this just happened to me. So I'm a truck driver, so I was coming out of Riceboro, Georgia, on my way back to San Antonio, Texas. And on my first day, I think, yeah, so my first day, I pushed myself. Now I don't drive at night. So when it starts getting dark, I don't drive. I have 20/20 vision. My vision is perfect. It's just I don't like to be driving at night. And at night I like to be asleep or reading a book or something. So I was driving and it was getting dark. And I came across a rest area, 32 miles. I was on I-10, 32 miles from the Alabama line. But the sun was still up. It was going down. It was getting dark, but the sun was still up. And something told me to keep driving, keep driving. I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop before the sun went down, but something told me, keep going, keep going. And it pushed me, propelled me to keep going. So I kept going. And I made it to the Alabama county line, got to the rest area, and the parking space that I wanted to get in, someone was in. And someone was in it, but they were in the car. I don't know why they were in the truck area, but they were there in a car. So I got out my truck. I'm walking around and checking my tires and checking my trailer, getting some stretching and getting some air and just talking to the Lord because again I'm on a fast and I'm not talking to nobody but Him. So I'm getting out the truck and I'm walking around and the car is still there. I don't know what's going on. They got the lights off and it's dark, so I don't know what was going on. So when I walked to the back side of my trailer from the passenger side, they were on the driver's side all the way at the end. So I'm walking down and another truck comes up and he's minding his own business and he just goes on and do whatever he's gonna do. And so I'm waiting at the back of the trailer. Now I don't even know why I'm there. I just know I was there, and I was standing there doing some push-ups on the back of my trailer. I pulled a tank, so I have this. I can. There's a lot of space on the tank. So anyway, so I would do my little push-ups, stretching and stuff like that. So I walked to the driver's side rear of the trailer, and these two people started rushing toward me. So I'm pulling down my heat. I want to know what's going on. So they rushing me. I didn't know what was going on. So I had my little thing on the side of my buckle here that I pulled out just in case, because they came to me pretty quick. I was like, "What's up?" So there's a little Chinese lady and her husband. She said I could barely understand it. She said, "We need oil. We need oil." Something was wrong with her car, and I said, What's wrong?" I couldn't understand. And she said, "We need oil. Oil. We need oil." So I said, "Oh, you need some oil?" I said, "Okay, I have some. I'll help you." And so I went got my oil and I walked down to where her car was with her and her husband. And so when I looked in the car, her mom was in there along with their little baby. So I said, "Oh man," it was cold outside. So I said, "What's wrong with your car?" And so right before she told me, another truck driver came up and he was pulling a car hauler, right? So I stopped him and asked him, could he come over and help? Because I don't fix cars. Anyway, so I had my oil. He jumped out, came over there with his oil, and we poured oil into their car. And once we got the oil in, he went ahead and started the car. Now the car crunk up, but you could tell something was wrong with it. I guess he blew a rod. He didn't have no oil in the car, so he probably already blew a rod. So anyway, I'm make the story short. So he had already blew a rod. So me and the man, his name is David, we was talking to them. He was like, "Well, it sounds like you already blew a rod." Okay, so David, which was driving the car hauler, he said, "How about if you pull?" He owned the truck and the trailer, so he's owner operator too. So he said, "How about there's a truck stop down the road, 22 miles, right?" So he said, "How about if I go ahead and put your car on my car hauler, and I'll bring you to um the truck stop and there's a hotel nearby. And he was like, "Oh, okay, okay, that sounds fine. We can go to the hotel." And I kept telling him he got a baby, so they got to find somewhere where they can get a place to sleep because that baby can't spend the night in the car tonight. So they decided they were going to go ahead and get on the car hauler. Now this is perfect. I'm telling you. So while they were getting the car ready to get on the car hauler, something just told me to go check and see where the Hyundai dealer was because they had a Hyundai and it was still under warranty. So the Lord blessed them. The Hyundai dealer was right next door to where they were, to where they were going to be dropped off at. There was a Hyundai dealer right next door. So I told David, I said, "David, guess what?" I said, "There's a Hyundai dealer right next door to where you're dropping them off at." He was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Praise the Lord." So, what does that got to do with anything? I'm going to tell you. Pushing yourself, embrace challenges as opportunities, and fasting and praying and being led by the Spirit of the Most High. Now, hallelujah. If I didn't listen and press myself to go those extra 32 miles, I would have never saw them. I would have never been able to help them. That car hauler came in at the right time. He had one space open on his car hauler. In their car, he was able to drive their car on that car hauler. They were inside the car hauler. He told them to cut off all the lights, and he drove them all the way to get help and a place to stay to rest for the night. And that was so perfect. God was on time. Everybody had to be at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing the Lord wanted us to do. Now, if I didn't push myself to keep driving to get to where I was, this would have never happened. I would have never had a chance to witness it. Not only that, I would have been disobedient. I would have been disobedient to the Most High because I didn't listen and I didn't push myself and I didn't embrace the challenges as opportunities, not just opportunities for me, but opportunities to bless somebody else. So that's the story about every challenge is a chance to grow. Face obstacles with courage and optimism, trusting that they would be led to a greater strength and understanding. I'm getting emotional because when I actually left and I was thinking about what happened that night, I was thinking to myself, that car wasn't even supposed to be parked on that side. There's when you go to rest areas, there's a place for cars and there's a place for trucks. That car should never have been there. If I didn't do what I was supposed to do, I would have never have been there. And that car hauler came in right on time, right 1, 2, 3, and he had a place to take that car 22 miles to drop them off at a place to get some rest, a place to get something to eat, and take their car to the dealership. And they would have never had made it if we didn't make those. If we weren't following. Now, see, sometimes you can follow the will of the Most High and don't even know it. But anyway, this is a testimony in itself. Just man, just stay with the Lord. That's at number one. If you listen to the first 10, the first one is trust God. Okay, just trust God, Lord. I can go on and on. I don't want to make this long, so let me just go ahead and move forward because I just start crying because God been good to me. He showed me so many things, and I'm so glad I had an opportunity to see God in motion. Day one, January 1st, 2025. I'm on a fast, my first day, and the Lord blessed not just me. He allowed me to see how He moves to bless someone else. So I'm excited about that. I'm getting emotional about it, and I just love the Lord. I just love the Lord. I'm not a spiritual person. I'm not caught up on no religion. I just love God. He's real good, and I love to see day one. So that me know just now. I'm just now realizing this. God came through first day, and the way things start is usually how they end. So I'm looking forward to 2025, honey. I got tears in my eyes. I'm just so excited of what the Lord has done and what He always continue to do. So let's get into number 18 because I don't want to make this 45 minutes like I did on the first one, part one. Act with integrity, even when no one is watching. Integrity is the foundation of a life well lived. Let your actions reflect your values, knowing that goodness always leaves a lasting legacy. Act with integrity no matter what you do, no matter who comes your way, no matter what someone does to take you off your frequency, to knock you off your throne. Act with integrity and just walk away. Remember, walk away, just say no, self love and self first. And let God handle your battles for you. And when your intuition tell you need to move on, move on. And when you do more, move on. Do it with integrity, even when no one is watching. And they don't have to know every move. And when you go back into my first, I think 1 through 10, one of them says, keep your mouth shut and mind your business. Let people go on and do whatever it is they feel they need to do for themselves. Just whatever you do, you be found doing it unto the will of the Most High and act with integrity. Period. Act with integrity. Integrity, because I mentioned in I think it was number 9 or number 10 where it was saying that I was talking to my daughter about when things are falling or when people are falling or situations are getting out of hand. But when people are falling, they're going to try to grab on to whatever they can use to embrace them from falling and hitting the ground. So whatever they can grab onto, they're going to grab onto to prevent themselves from having impact with the ground. So don't let that be you. Because when somebody's falling, you don't know what they've done. You don't know if they reaping what they've done to other people. You know what's going on in their lives. All they know is they need to grab on to something or someone to keep themselves from falling. They may need a place to stay, or they may need some money. They might have spent their money on the man that who didn't deserve it, or they might have went ahead and went to a club that night and bought a purse or whatever. You don't know what people are going through. A lot of people losing their homes and losing their minds and losing their job. People just walking away. People quitting. People quit leaving their 9 to 5. There's videos all over the TikTok where people say, I left my 9 to 5. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I couldn't do that anymore. You got to stay there until it's time for you to move. Because when these people are falling, they're going to grab on to whoever, whenever, however, to help them stay afloat. And you're just going to have to say no because time is too short and money's running out. Speaking of money running out, let's go ahead and get to number 19. And number 19, being mindful of your finances. This is perfect here, honey. Keep your resources, treat your resources with care and gratitude by being intentional with your spending and saving. It creates stability and abundance for the future. You can't create stability and abundance for the future when someone's asking you for money, especially if they don't deserve it. I'm not saying you can't help somebody. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this: you need what you can get while you have a chance to get it, because we don't know how long. An American dollar is already worth like 3 cents on a dollar. Inflation's high. People losing their jobs. And you got people quitting their jobs just because TikTok said do it, and go on YouTube and TikTok and try to make videos so you can make money. You can't do nothing with that, especially if you have children. Be mindful of your finances. Now, let me give you a perfect example. And I talked to my daughter about this today too. Now, when mindful of your finances and create stability and abundance for the future, when you have people who living with you who ain't paying no bills, and you got to go to work, and you out there spending gas money, going to work, making your lunch or whatever you're doing, you going from your house for 10, 12 hours, you got somebody in the house using your lights, your water, your gas, or whatever it is going on in your house while you're not there. That's a waste. You're wasting your resources. You're not being responsible. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because this wasn't even on my agenda. But that's another way of being irresponsible with your finances. You can no longer support grown folks who are quitting their jobs for TikTok and YouTube. or just quitting because they don't have nothing else to do, or just don't work. Period. You can't afford that. That's Now you may not see it as a waste of resources, but it is because you think about it. If you have work all day, working 10 hours or whatever many hours you're working, you don't have no lights or water running on at the house. It might be on, but ain't nobody using it. You don't have nobody know how eating up your food, running your water, taking hot showers, and in the cool air while you standing outside working in the concrete. No, that's a waste of resources and not being responsible with your finance. That's just an example. Now, that's an example people don't think about, but it's an example in itself. Spending money unwisely, especially at such a time as this. We can't afford it. And we have to be more diligent with the resource that the Lord gives us because I'm going to tell you, and I know this from this, just trust me, I know. Be faithful with few things. The scriptures say, and God will make you rule over many. And if you can't be responsible over the little things like the lights and the water and the gas and people staying there who ain't working, God ain't gonna give you more. Now I know that I never had nobody live with me before, but there was times when I wasn't responsible as I should have been. And I'm asking God to bless me with more and more and more and more. And the Lord's like, for what? All you're gonna do is spend it. All you're gonna do is do this. All you're gonna do is do that. So why? A lot of times we struggling and be for nothing because we're helping someone. Either we helping someone who's not helping us back, or we not listening to the spirit and letting the wind, letting caution go to the wind. We need to say time out. We can't keep doing this. We in 2025 and everything, we ain't seen nothing yet. Hold on to what you got. Hold on to what you have and trust the process. Life unfolds in divine timing. Embrace each moment with faith, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is leading you closer to your purpose. This picture right here is a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. How beautiful is that? You got to trust the purpose, knowing that you can become a caterpillar just wiggling by, not knowing you can turn into the beautiful butterfly that the Most High has made you to be. Seek the Most High. Trust Him. Lean not to your own understanding. Trust Him with everything you are. Keep yourself first. Love yourself. Love yourself. And just say no. When it's time to say no, just say no. Especially, Lord, if you're the only one doing everything, just say no. Whoever don't like it, they just don't like it. Let them take it up with the Most High. If they're not a child or someone underage, that's different. But a grown adult who know more than you, or those at least they think they do, just say no and tell them to trust the process. Whatever it is that can help you be a better you, that's what you need to be found doing. Trusting in the Lord and leaning not to your own understanding. Okay, in all your ways acknowledge the Most High and let Him direct your path. Now these are my top 20 principles to help you thrive in 2025. These are the last 10. I did my first 10 earlier, and I'm going to come back with another video. I'm not going to go live on it. It's going to drop probably Tuesday. It's going to be just all of the pictures, and it's going to be narrated. It's going to be real nice, like a Hallmark card. So, and it's going to have music playing in the background. So hopefully, let that inspire you. Please come back, and you won't hear me talking on it. It's just going to be the narrator, and you're going to hear music. You're going to see the images. So let that marinate with you. When you think about these principles, apply them to your life, and let God lead you to where He needs you to be. Thank you for listening. Thank you for stopping by, and we love you.